Hello, welcome to What's Trending in Nigeria. With me here today is
Ngozi.
and
Goswell.
Hi. Ngozi, the way you do say Ngozi is like Ngozi. Anyway, it's fine.
I'm joyous.
Because
Today is Friday.
Your looks, it suits your looks.
TGIF.
Thank you.
Yes. So today we're just going to talk about what's going on in Nigeria. We're not going to exclude Africa or the world, but we're Nigerians, so our focus is going to be in Nigeria. So there's no off limit. We talk everything. So I just want to ask them before we start, because we have a new president who is barely a month old, and he's exhibited a lot of signatures. I mean, I almost thought for a moment he was an autograph signer.
Sign out.
Yeah.
Yes, you should join the.
Nigerians very soon we're going to name him the signature president.
In fact, actually, we've already given him a name.
Yes.
Yeah, his name is Baba Go Fast.
Baba Go Fast. That's one. Okay, good. So, ladies first. Ngozi, how would you rate our brand new, sparkling president?
I think it's about to be saturated because it's doing just too much.
Too much.
Like, you sign bills and then they're not helping the citizens of your country. People are suffering, people are frustrated. If you ask every single Nigerian, how do you feel right now? They just tell you for subsidy. They are paying too much. Things are just too expensive, and he's not putting matters. Like, he's not doing the right thing. He's just doing what he feels is right, but it's absolutely wrong.
Wow, I can see your position.
I don't think he's doing anything spectacular or anything different, or if it's much.
Yeah.
Because for an average president, once you come into the office, you want to put your people into power.
Absolutely.
So that you have smooth running.
Absolutely.
Now, but if we want to use Buhari as a yardstick to measure Tinubu, we'll not be feeling like he's doing so much.
He's overachieved.
Yeah. But for me, he has not done anything.
I think maybe, if I could echo to what you're saying, it's like maybe Buhari failed so badly that anything Tinubu does now will just be easy.
Yes,
because
that's the idea now.
Compare with Buhari.
Do you know what it means to live under Buhari for 8 years?
8 years, I know. My goodness.
We've been brainwashed.
I know.
Now we think Buhari.
Yeah.
We behave Buhari. So anything new now looks like a miracle.
It looks like as if we are being saved.
Like a person who's actually speaking and responding and signing. Buhari couldn't do that.
Yes.
So
We never addressed Nigerians for once. He never did.
The voice of Buhari was when after the NSAS thing, when all the damage was going on.
He just hibernated.
It's almost like he was reading a past tense. I will there ban SARS just when that's it. He's done.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that broadcast? It was edited severally.
It's
Really?
like
Yes, and it was being streamed as live.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh God, the video him as streamed it as live.
Is it?
Now
I have no clue, really.
the
Really?
now,
but it shows you the kind of person Buhari was. The man was so.
And we voted for
Absent-minded.
him a second time. I think we actually have our own problem.
Well, a lot of people argue that he didn't vote for him. He didn't vote for him. Yeah. So really, so that live thing was cut and joined.
when you watch, there was a lot of glitch in between the video. You know that this was cut and joined.
We are
Nigeria-
used to glitches in Nigeria.
Nigeria is not so far.
Look at our presidential results. Is it not because of
This is the only country where you have a lot of educated people, and it's being led by an uneducated person.
We'll come back to that topic. That's a really good topic. I'm glad that you brought that up. It's a really good one. So, on the top of our list today, we just want to talk about something. Buhari promised to complete all his projects, blah, 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 blah. So, there are 38 uncompleted road projects worth just shy of 1 billion naira, about official rate of
1 trillion.
Yeah, about $1.4 billion.
Okay.
So, Tinubu will inherit this now. So, what say you? Do you think Tinubu would deliver? Would he continue or discontinue them? What say you there?
First of all, let's come to the fact that these projects were already paid for.
I'm not sure that's the case because it says budgeted. It doesn't necessarily mean it was paid for. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying. Just maybe they are not yet paid for that.
So even if they were not yet paid for and it was in the budget and this budget was sent out, where did the money for the road projects go to?
That's Nigeria now. Side chicks and all that now.
Baby mamas.
Baby mamas. Come on now.
That's the case. So no, it doesn't make sense that Tinubu is going to inherit something that has been budgeted for. You should have completed it as at the time that Buhari was leaving office, but that was what he said.
Well, Did he do anything? No worry now. It's the man.
The truth is
Sai
that
Baba was just being Sai Baba.
Buhari was Baba slow. So you should expect that from him. Actually, Buhari went to sleep.
Yeah.
After the first inauguration, him coming into the office.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the rest was like, for him to even pick his minister, it took him 6 months.
Yeah. I remember that.
And that is not a sign of someone that knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Now, but this position, he has been fighting for this position. Now, for the road project, every government come in with infrastructure. We are going to be building this road. We are doing this. We are doing that. At the end of the day, this thing ends on paper. Money goes down the drain, and we have nothing to show for it. Now, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway has been on the front burner for a long time.
Don't we have like a system where they find who was first assigned this project, how much was paid into that account, what was it used for? Don't we have that kind of, accounting system?
We don't. Yes.
Nobody used to account for anything. Nobody accounts for anything in this country.
There's no transparency in our system.
A good topic. This one is current, and it involves Tinubu, our brand new sparkling president. Now, FG, federal government saves 400 billion in 4 weeks on fuel subsidy. Now, the question is, it is alleged, because I don't want to say that's what it is, that fuel subsidy was already paid up until today or a month before that announcement.
Yeah, that's what they told us.
Yes, that's what they said. Happened. So now we have a president who's been in office for a month, and they've saved 400 billion. No, that was paid for. So are you saving for what you've already paid?
No,
isn't that
like,
mathematical illiteracy?
Exactly. Look at this thing now. You said that for these 4 months.
Yeah. 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Sorry, that you've subsidized for. Yeah. But now you've taken off that subsidy from May 29th, I guess, till now. So do you mean that NMPC refunded you 400 billion?
There's no account of that.
And even if they did, what do you intend to do with that 400 billion that you already made?
I feel personally, the handlers of the president are always like 10 years behind. Now, before you come out with an information, you are supposed to do your due diligence of that thing before you come out. Now, the previous administration said they have paid for this subsidy.
Can we just turn the AC, please?
Paid for this subsidy up to a month that will elapse 1st of July. Now, you are either saying that Buhari is fraud, or whatever you are saving for was not paid for. Because you can't come out and tell us that, this thing you are saving $400 million or 400 billion naira. Yeah. Now, for what has been paid for, did those people return the money?
That's a good question. Because that's the elephant in the room. Because what I'm wondering here, Tinubu portrays himself and his lackeys as this genius. But this genie, shouldn't you have said, okay, we're removing this fuel subsidy today, right? But Nigerians, we paid from this day to that day. This is how much we're going to get refunded back, and this is what we save. The man he's been in a month, he's taken so many drastic decisions, and he's not come once on TV speaking to open Nigeria and say, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what we do from this, that. Rather, he flies to his home area, the part of Nigeria he's from, carries 60 cars, does after coming from his private jet. The one trip to London from here with that jet, with all the people around him, and back to London again, and Paris, London back again here, straight to the west to his home place, and with motorcade, that is already about $300,000. That could pay almost 25,000 Nigerian police uniforms and stuff.
Man, he said you should tighten your own belt.
And
make sacrifices.
Is this man? Does he understand poor people? Like, does he know anything about?
He said, "Let the poor breathe. That we should not suffocate them." Yeah. So even if he's spending his $300,000, we should still we should still let them relax. We should still let them they should rest with the new government. They should give him time while he's spending his $300,000 from Paris to France, from France to London, then the poor
What do you
should
think?
really-
I actually feel our leaders are disconnected from the people.
They are. I agree.
Now,
They are.
you cannot be a leader and be so insensitive
to the poor.
to what the people are going
Such a
through.
good statement.
There are some things you don't show.
You don't show. I
And
agree.
even if you have it, please don't show it.
Now, when you show it, that means you are less concerned
Absolutely.
about
Absolutely.
that person that have not eaten for days.
Absolutely.
You're rubbing, you are trying to like
Because
rub
you're
it
a
in their
role model.
faces
Yeah.
People look
that
up
they
to
don't
you.
have it.
Yes.
You should be a representation of the people.
Yes.
Yes, that's so true. Now, another one, I did read this article, I'm not sure what website that was. The EU presents final report on Nigeria's election. First of all, when I saw this, it offended me, one, that we put so much leverage on what they think.
Mm.
I've never heard when they had an election in Germany, in Sweden, and the African Union's final report on the Swedish election.
Actually, we started by going to Chatham House.
Who gave them any right to that? We should just get that, just put in the bin. We don't care about them. But anyway, for the sake of, because it was in news, in that article they make mention about the election was not as transparent as it should have been. Some shortcomings here and there, and they make recommendations. But there was nowhere there where they make mention that Tinubu was not the rightful winner. So how would Obidien feel about this? Because I'd like you to go, because you're a Gen Z. How do you feel about that?
I still feel that this whole, tribunal thing, and if Tinubu happens to remain in office in the next 2 months and he's doing good, he's trying to, prove people wrong, I am still going to say no, because he did not rightfully gain that position.
Are you obedient?
I am obedient.
Oh.
Let's leave it. I am obedient. Let it be. I will say it on TV. I don't care. I'm obedient because I voted for Peter Obi, and I know like most Nigerians did. But what we saw on paper is not what we pressed on paper.
Okay.
So Tinubu should go back to where he came from.
So, because what do you think? The EU says that the election was not as transparent as it should be. They made a recommendation, but they never mentioned anything about Tinubu not being the rightful winner.
I feel personally this is like a slap on us. Why is it that we as Africans, after so many years of independence, we cannot just do one thing
On our
right?
own.
One thing right. As simple as election is. The other day, Sierra Leone just concluded theirs. It was like a shambles. The same thing we had in Nigeria. Why is it that we cannot do one thing right?
Yeah.
We now need to depend on another person to give us a score sheet of what we did, if we did it right or now. This is problem of the people. As a people, we need to more or less like change our mindset about a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Our
Absolutely.
inferiority complex is top notch. It's
Just
too much.
another one. This brief one, just because it was it trended this week. The 1,000 naira mandatory annual payment by all motorists as proof of ownership certificate. Like,
Come on, this is your president representing Lagos in Nigeria.
did you see my president?
Your president.
How is he my president?
Come on, you voted for him, didn't you?
I did not vote
You
for.
didn't. Who did you vote for?
No, I'm not going to tell you. Because my whoever. I don't hate Tinubu. I don't
Okay,
hate
but
Obi. I don't hate Atiku.
this is him.
But I made my decision
Bringing-
when I go to the box. That's all.
This is
What
him
are the
bringing
criteria
Lagos.
for your decision?
For what?
For your decision, for who you voted for?
Yes, for me, number one is your
Thank you for that.
your values. Number two, how transparent you are as a person.
Okay.
Number three, how well you've performed when you were in government. Number four, empathy. And empathy sort of both for me all the three. Because someone who has empathy won't hurt people because it's just a natural feeling. So I don't think Tinubu has any of them. Any of those criteria.
So you're
So,
already
I
sounding
did
like
vote-
an
no,
obedient.
Why did you
no,
talk to Tinubu?
I am not obedient. I start with the top because he's the top.
Please.
Tinubu has none of those criteria. I can never, even with a gun in my head, vote for Tinubu. That's not going to happen.
So did you vote for Sowore?
Well, I can vote for that guy. Yes, I don't really mind it.
But you didn't vote for him.
I didn't for him because I didn't vote for him. Yes, I didn't. But
Did
then
Atiku pass
Atiku
for your
is another.
Nigerians?
Atiku one. He may have a bit of empathy, small, but
But-
Tinubu has zero of it.
So,
Atiku has some of it, but he's for me is just a horrible politician.
does that mean you didn't vote for Atiku as well?
Absolutely not.
So what did you
I'd
vote
rather Tinubu stay in power than Atiku come. Even though Tinubu has none of those ones, but I'd rather Tinubu than Atiku.
So what
Because
what
it's
are the
like
big?
greedy.
Yeah.
Why I rather Tinubu, because Atiku has been running since Gen Zs. Most Nigerians are Gen Zs were born. He's been running. It's greed. It's no longer that determination to want to do something good for Nigeria. Then what triggered my total condemnation of Atiku is that 2019, you won thing after jumping to one party to the next, and you lost against Buhari. Then 2023, you again. Do you think it's your? Did your mother give birth
So
to
you said you have to
Nigeria's
never-
Asura? This
That's
is
how we say it.
unacceptable. You lost. So do you think the people that voted for you? Because I am a Democrat. I'm a serious Democrat. I don't think anyone who competed for an election once, especially for top office, and you lost, and you want to come back. Do you think the people are so you don't just want to vote for you? You should leave. I belong to that democratic mindset of people who like it's all about you sell your dreams to the people and the people take, and if they don't, you move on. You move on. This is not a career path. You see?
But
so
actually,
that's why I don't like it.
politics in Nigeria is a career because a lot
Peter B, if I wrap other one, Peter B tick almost all of the boxes for me.
boxes. Yeah.
He's a good person. He's transparent. He's honest. When I say honest,
accountable.
I'm not saying he's not a liar. He has accountability. He has them, and he's someone full with empathy.
He understands
No
that-
human being with such empathy would want to hurt people. Peter B is a good man. Now, I'm not saying I voted for him, but I'm just telling you that he ticks most of the boxes. Yes. So that's my answer to the question.
Okay.
Still back to the 1,000 naira.
Yes, the 1,000 naira.
For all vehicle owners.
Yeah.
Now, the amount looks so small that it's just 1,000 naira. I mean, you just pay it. But if you multiply it by 11 million cars in Nigeria that needs to be proven that they are being owned by people, you're mounting to over 1.1 billion naira. And this thing has been happening in Lagos State. You renew it every year. And now, probably his NURT transport worker like president. What's his name again? The guy that chairs
Olomo.
Olomo. That guy. I probably told him that you've told Nigerians that you're going
He's
to
no longer in charge of
educate.
any URT.
Oh, they sacked him.
They sacked him or he just resigned.
So the news is he was sacked.
Exactly.
Okay, good.
But then
Yeah.
they are replicating what is going on in their states in Nigeria as a whole, which is very, very wrong because you don't impose levy on cars that already have driver's license. They paid for all these things. So what is the point of proof of ownership?
Can I jump into this one? Just
Okay.
chit
Yeah,
chat.
go ahead.
I do understand. I do agree. People, no matter how small, when people are being squeezed to the corner that they can't even put food on the table, you need to avoid topping up
Imposing
on their
like charges on them.
on the empty pockets. Yeah, it's fine if finally put it that way. But let's say Tinubu were to come on TV and say, okay, we have 11 million cars in Nigeria, and we're going to charge per annum once every 365 days 1,000 naira. But to use that money, we build every year 50 new schools and 2 medical centers. Would you support that?
Yes, I will.
This is what is killing me with Tinubu. He has no empathy. You came into office and just announced like a wimpy toddler.
Like a
Free
dictator.
subsidy is gone. And the people are now, the next day, you see pandemonium everywhere. People clamoring,
The
they're
moment
fighting.
he said that, it's not even the next day. The moment he said that,
Cost of just
go
go, inflation just back, people can't afford. And you, as any human being with empathy, will come up and speak to them, make them understand why you do that. Because they are suffering. He did not. He's not So the man for me, I don't want to say it because I'm on TV, but the word I want to use for it is too harsh. So I'd rather not say that.
If I may come in here, on a second thought,
Yes.
I feel if we know what he knows, now you know when you sit in that place of authority, you get a lot of information.
Yeah.
Now, maybe if we know what he knows, we'll understand why he did what he did.
But God, I'm not denying. Few subjects should be removed. I commend President
Because
Tinubu. I want you to share, come with the people, sit down, invite press and say that this is what I did. Because we have this and this and this, we can't afford this and that and that. So we need to do this. So just bear with me for this one because my plan is once we do this, by this time this will happen. So people know.
Yes, I understand.
They know.
I understand this perfectly. Now, but what I'm looking at, I'm trying to look at it from another window, like shift perspective, move towards its direction, and look at it. Now, there are a lot of things have been going on in that sector. Now, even President Buhari was in charge of that particular sector.
Minister of Petroleum.
Now, for Tinubu to have taken that decision, I think if we shift our perspective a little bit, maybe if he had settled in, that decision would have been truncated. Because there are some people, I feel, I don't support what he did and how he went about it. Because that was very insensitive. But I also feel there are sometimes you just need to take the bull by the horn. Because if you don't do it, then you might not have a second opportunity to address it.
I kind of connected with your point somehow. Nigerians need that kind of fist, someone with that iron fist, which is
But if you're
Nigerians.
doing this to Nigerians, you're not putting Nigerians in, you're not considering Nigerians, how it's going to affect them. Now, in the moment he said this fuel subsidy thing is gone, Nigerians are the ones doing ourselves. I'll keep making this statement. We are our own problem. Immediately he said this, stations locked up, they stopped, they increased the price of fuel almost immediately. Prices of food went up. If he stood on that same pulpit or podium, whatever, and said, if you're selling at this rate and not this rate, they should close.
That's where we lack. We lack leadership.
And
Now,
he lacks leadership.
you know, a few minutes ago, I saw a video you showed me of a president that was cutting.
Oh yeah,
Now,
Bosnia leader
now
Bosnia
that
said,
is a leader. Taking, I think, going outside his way, that is not his job description. But he had to lead by example.
Absolutely.
We are not doing that.
Now, it wouldn't have cost Tinubu anything to move into come out. Jonathan did that. There was a time his flight was scheduled. He just gave this police academy one surprise visit like that. Bam. When he got to that police academy, what he saw, that gave this change. This change came like drastic because they never expected him to pop in. They knew he was going to come to Lagos, but they were not expecting him to go to Ikeja, where the police college is. Now, there are sometimes you take such decision as a leader to be able to.
Tinubu don't have that.
Tinubu
It's not
in his DNA.
In his DNA. He's a short, arrogant man who has stolen so much money.
That's hate speech.
He doesn't understand.
What do you have with short people? What do you have with short people?
No. It's just that Tinubu is such a horrible person that I can't stop using the short thing. It's fine. Now, a funny one is coming up, guys. Tinubu says, I am working day and night for Nigerians. Wait, this was a guy who was sleeping at every opportunity to campaign.
Even in Chatham House.
Somehow he developed powers to stay day and night up.
Have you seen our president lately? He looks so fresh.
You should be happy.
We must have different definition of fresh.
Okay. Because if you look at Tinubu before the inauguration and Tinubu after,
there's something called paradolia, meaning that we like to make out of every shape something out of it. Someone say, oh, I saw Jesus in the sky. You know something? The way you look, our perceptions like to make something out of what we already have buried. So the more you see something, remember,
similarity.
Like There's someone you used to find, oh, this person is ugly, ugly. Every day you see them. You don't see them ugly anymore. That's how the
You get
human,
familiar with your face.
our vision. That's how you know. When you see some every time you tend to now overlook all those bit and bit that were.
If that's the case, that means their media team are really doing a good job then.
Well, yeah, but I want Tinubu to do well because my first interest is Nigeria. Then Nigeria will be fine. So we can tap the light on, grab your car, no police, hey, park there.
Inner light.
You just go to shower, pouring.
Okay,
You
so
go
no,
to
I
his
don't
office.
want him to do well
Yeah.
because he did not merit this seat. I don't want him to do well. I want him out of that seat.
No. This
That's not right.
What?
Now this is not
Right,
right.
this is not right.
Yes.
Most
No.
Nigerians do not vote for him.
Yes.
Yes, we don't want him. He has no empathy.
Why
No,
not
no,
want
no,
Tinubu
no,
people
no,
are poor
no.
in Nigeria for the sake of
Yes.
them? Let Tinubu do well.
Now,
For the sake of those poor people, let Tinubu.
now
do
what you should be looking at is performance,
Yeah,
not personality.
yeah.
Now you're looking at his
Not
person. You
personality.
don't like his
Not
person.
from, no,
But-
from what he's doing.
I don't-
Now,
I don't like his person.
you don't like his
That he has
person,
empathy.
then anything that comes out of him is wrong because of your perspective
It's not
of
like
his.
person-
My own is not
I'm
don't like.
expecting.
I'm going one step further. I hate his person.
That's his
If
speech.
you say don't like, it's fair.
That-
I hate Tinubu's
That's
person.
that's his
I do not
speech,
like
you know.
him, but I want Tinubu as a president to do well. Those are two very different things. As a person, that's private, but as a public
How will
servant,
he do
I
well when
want
he
him to
does
do
not
well.
understand the people? He has no
I
empathy.
don't
How is
know.
he going to do well?
I
I mean,
just
you
have
don't
to help
understand
him.
the people.
He's just
Not
30 days in the office.
Yeah.
So let's give him another
Okay.
What
70
he's
days.
done is
Let's play
sitting with
again.
the kid.
He's been 30 days in office, right?
Yeah.
And 10 being perfect, 5 being the median, halfway, and 1 lowest. 0 is minus, like so bad. So 1 lowest, 0 nothing at all. 5 the median, 10 highest. Ladies first. How would you rate our president? The 30
Coming
days?
from an obedient. Okay, no. Let me be a Nigerian.
Uh-huh.
I think I'll give him like a 2. A 2 is good.
Wow.
A 2 is
So
good
low?
to me.
What's a gospel? You
Average, normal,
5.
maybe 5.
5.
Ah, you. I know you said 8.
I will give him 7.5.
I
Tinubu's
was
been really
just,
good.
I was just right.
We have to be honest.
And
It's
what
not a fact.
has
From
he
the
done
banking
that
normalization of the naira.
That's not normalization.
Yes, yeah. No, he's trying to change the rate to bring
Yeah,
to
you-
consolidate all the
Unifying
into
the,
one rate.
But all
the
the-
rates.
That
They
is
are
a
going higher.
genius.
But the rate is going higher.
I have but it would it
It
would
will-
fluctuate.
yeah.
Maybe the shock, the way the financial X and forex work, the shock of that law might have impacted that this current trajectory, but it might just change the next month or so and balance is back. I think that was a good one. He's consolidated that. Number 2, the audacity, the bravery to remove fuel subsidy. Jonathan tried it. There was strike everywhere back. But Tinubu brought them in within a day, discussed with them and won the straight away, everything settled. I'm sorry, if this is not a master stroke, then you don't understand Nigeria. Only for that, I'll shake Tinubu's hand. And this Tinubu president, this guy now, if the election were to be rerun with what I'm saying, I could vote for him. I could vote for him. Those two are massively good laws. Removing that piece of SHIT called Emefiele is someone he knows. Remove that man was a tactical one and let the law go. Let him be. That was good. It was bravery. That's good. EFCC one. Those are good laws. And the people he's appointing. For me, I give him a huge take. So 7.5. He's been really good for the last 30 days. Yeah.
I think he's being hypocritical because why is he facing just the major holes in Nigeria, the one for crime and the one for finance? Now you're not facing women affairs, the woman that takes 10 million naira every year to fight poverty and she's not fighting poverty.
I also
So,
I
why
feel
is
same
he
way
being
because
hypocritical?
I feel same way. Why would you
He's being
single out
biased.
Emefiele
Yes.
for every of the currency
Purpose.
redesigning monetary
Can I
policy?
tell you why?
Forget
Why?
that somebody
Say this.
instructed
Say
him.
this.
Why instructed him to do that?
Politics is different because if Tinubu were to go to after Buhari and his lackeys, it'd be total destruction.
Oh.
There'll be like
So somebody has to pay for
like
the
a loggerhead between the Nigerian elites. He just barely set foot there. Don't forget they had an agreement. we call it gentleman's agreement. Buhari goes first, he comes. Because if you're looking at what Tinubu has been doing the past 30 days, it's so opposite from Buhari. You begin to ask yourself, are you sure he ever agreed with him? Did he ever agree with this guy? Because Tinubu is working for Nigeria. He's changing things Buhari would have never thought in Buhari 8 years did not even mention them. But Tinubu is actually within 30 days. So I'm asking, are you sure he was just waiting for Buhari to go quick, just pretend? And if he was, let's shake his hand. Because he knows that's the only way you can change Nigeria.
I'm truly 100% with you. Now, but my fault with him is one, why will you single out one person as a scapegoat?
He cannot
You are not supposed
and the rest.
No,
He cannot.
Then leave the
Let him
case.
strengthen. Let him strengthen himself.
Yes.
He's trying to he say, okay, now the next law that I like was something. Who saw that? And if you saw that about the he said all the generals should resign.
Yes.
That is a genie. Tinubu is amazing.
Okay, they have to resign.
That is a genie because he said that there are lots of them just
it's a
sitting down and
military
having all
protocol.
the priority. He wants
I-
to change people that can
No.
oppose. He's trying to kick up the old things.
Old
and bring-
settings, yeah.
That is a genie.
Okay, so no.
You know.
This is a protocol in the army.
Mhm.
So if somebody that is lower than you in rank is appointed chief of anything, you have to resign because you cannot take rules of you cannot take orders from your what do they call them in the army?
From your subordinate.
From your junior.
Junior.
So if I was to be probably a colonel and then a major is appointed chief of army staff, I have to resign because I cannot take rules from
Oh,
from
that's
the
yeah.
person. So this person that was appointed chief of defense staff from army staff were lower than the current
That's it.
major general. So they have to resign. It's
But-
And a lot of
Has
them
this-
don't want to leave
Has
the
this
office.
ever happened in Nigeria before?
Yes,
Yes,
that's how it
that's
is.
how
Like.
No, that someone can say all the generals
Yes.
should.
Yes,
resign.
that's how
yes,
it
Yeah,
is. Like.
I will go again and learn.
Yeah.
But for me, I have very little.
Even in the police.
The only place
Even
I'm
in police.
faulting Tinubu for me
Yeah.
is his lack of empathy.
yeah.
Because if I were Tinubu, I would start every state one by one. If I fly to Borno State, I'll wear the outfit. I'll stay there, have a town hall, bring the university out in the top this federal university, have a town hall where I share them with what I want to do. Speak with them in the language they understand. I'll visit everyone, all of
That's
them.
leadership.
Speak to them, shake their hand, listen. I'll tell them, I am your father,
Should be
your
president
brother,
someday.
your uncle. I want to work. Just bear with me. And this is what I'll do. I'll sell it to them. If Tinubu does, I cover all the 36 states. Within the first 3 months, I've done all of that. You're running for these people. We are not a homogeneous country. We're a multi-ethnic country, heterogeneous. You cannot. If I were Tinubu, I would not visit Yoruba land for at least 1 year. Just to show that this is not a Yoruba leadership. I would avoid that.
No, he didn't.
No, I would avoid it. Because Nigerians are not dumb. It's the way you connect with them. You go with them, you connect with them, you sit them, you bring the people closer, then explain why you take the decision you take. So they know, okay, he said he do this because of this one. And you show them evidentially, this is what I'm doing. This is what he doesn't have empathy. And I don't like people with no empathy. That's it for me.
So he's
Yeah.
mistakes.
So yeah, so we have another one here. It's okay, the good one again. No, not good, I'm sorry if I say good, because this is really bad.
What's that?
Said Nigeria rolling deeper into poverty within the first 2 quarters of 2023. So I think that you and who did that? So we have the poorest people in the world, the poverty capital.
Yeah.
Again, something Nigeria's done. Okay, it's rude for me to say. It's condescending. We tend to mix poor and poverty. They're very different words.
Yes.
They didn't say we're poor. They
Mm.
said we're poverty. If you're living in poverty, that doesn't mean you're poor. Very different things. So, you say 4 million more Nigerians have slipped into poverty.
Yeah.
Now, within just the first 2 quarters of this year.
Yeah.
And what is this as suitable going to do? Because they said 7 million is about to follow.
Yeah.
Okay, before that,
If it continues this trajectory.
Yeah.
before that, what does poor mean? And what
So
does
poor, some
mean?
penury. You don't have anything. You're poor.
Okay.
You don't have anything. Poverty literally just means that you could not be poor, but you can't meet the minimum living standard unless you live in poverty. That's all. That doesn't mean you're poor.
Doesn't mean you can afford
Yes,
it.
that doesn't mean, it's just that what you're making is not enough to meet the standard required set by the government. Like in the US or the UK that I know more, someone making in London making £19,000 a year is living in poverty, just within the poverty threshold. You're not okay, but you're making £19,000 a year. That's about 18 million naira on the parallel market and slightly lesser on the official rate. So that's because the standard of living, you pay minimum rent in London now for a one bed is about £1,400. So if you check all that and you make 19, you're only paying about 14 or 15,000 pounds rent. You're poor. You're living in poverty. So that doesn't mean you're poor, but you're living in poverty because what you make can't comfortably meet the minimum living standard. So every country is different, you know.
And what do you think is causing these people from slipping into poverty? I mean, in different
I feel policies, insensitivity by our leaders,
a lack of empathy.
lack of empathy. You know, there's no connection between our leader and the people.
There's none. None at all.
Now, when they put things on paper that this is geared towards helping the poor, but in reality, the poor does not smell, it doesn't get close to the poor.
Can we be honest here?
Yes.
Nigeria is poor.
Yes.
We don't have money.
We don't have anything. We don't produce anything.
We don't have money. We can't just share stuff. We don't have anything to share.
But I'll need to come in here because in as much as we are poor, we're still able to generate something.
From
now, with what we have, there's no sincerity. Now, at one point during the COVID-19 pandemic and stuff like that, a lot was budgeted for the poor. Even till now, IDP camps, money are being budgeted for the IDPs. Now, go to Area 1 and look at the IDP camp. You weep.
We have some other good topic because we've been given and we have just 10 more minutes to go. Now, this one may be interesting. We'll just touch a bit slightly and just move on, okay? They say multinational companies or multinational manufacturers or people, FDI, foreign direct investment into Nigeria, have threatened to leave Nigeria due to the upcoming 40% increase of energy prices. Because it will impact their
production.
Their just their business activities here because they won't be able to make even break even. Don't you think this is a threat? Given that Nigeria during Buhari's 8th year, we had one of the lowest FDI foreign direct investment coming into Nigeria, and if the few that are here are threatening to leave for any economy, this is dangerous. This is why I say Tinubu lack empathy. He doesn't know how to communicate, openly to people. Like, so does he read this kind of stuff? Is he trying to do something
Coming
about
from
it?
a country that has dams that could provide enough electricity for them, we are lacking. Because why would we need to pay more for something we're not even seeing?
They think the problem is we privatize these sectors, and it wasn't Tinubu, it was Obasanjo that did it, right?
So
but they let go.
PSCN.
Now, anytime you let the private sector, right, like if you let me, I put my money here and buy this cup, and I have to sell it. I want to make profit.
Yeah.
All I care about is profit, which is what's happening in the UK. Margaret Thatcher privatized all the public trains and the stuff. Our trains, okay, I say our trains, the UK trains, cost the highest in Europe, sometimes double, and not just double, even that. The facilities in Germany, Sweden, Norway, all these countries are far better than the ones in the UK. They will pay sometimes double, if not triple sometimes, because they will privatize. And the private sector just will make profit. They just, hack it up. Whereas places like France, Germany, it still works with the public-private. So the government sort of keep the price within rich minimum, But this will happen with NEP as well. So these are private sectors. They want to make profit.
The government have nothing in check to put these private companies in check.
So, because you like this one because of time.
What's that?
It's a good one. The video of 4 baby mamas.
Why did you say I would like it?
But I don't know because I don't know who's the video. Who is he?
What
What does he do?
Are you Nigerian at all?
Well,
No, he's a Nollywood actor.
what's in Hollywood?
He's a comedian.
It's a comedian. What kind of comedy does he do?
Comedy, like, to make you laugh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And they say he has 4 baby mamas.
Oh, that is the real gist.
What is a baby mama again? Sorry.
Baby mamas, you don't know.
I'm too old, so I'm trying to
Are
get.
you married?
I don't. Did you want all those guys that like me to run away
Come
now?
on,
You
I'm
want
not.
me to say,
I'm
"Oh, the guys are gonna run away."
So,
No, I can't say it on TV. You can ask me after this because the guys will run away.
okay, if you have a child with someone
Don't-
and you're not married to the
There's
person.
a girl maybe that I'm hiking and the guys looking at me. I'll be like, answer. I'm not gonna answer that question.
Okay, so
Don't put him on
I
the spot.
refuse to answer that question.
what it means here is if you have a
Answer.
child with somebody and you're not married to the person, but you pay child support for that child.
Absolutely yes. Of course you must pay.
Exactly. Now he has
You must pay.
over 4 baby mamas
Yeah.
and 5. Thank you very much.
5.
And 5 baby mamas and 4 claiming that
That
they are
guy's having
pregnant.
fun, you know.
I-
Oh wait, 4 more pregnant.
Yes, for him.
No,
And
I feel
I didn't
feel
read about the video. I like this guy. Man.
I feel it's more of the ladies because they know what he
4
gives,
pregnant.
what he gives to his baby mamas
don't
every
come,
month.
Don't come for the ladies.
I didn't get this right.
Him.
I thought he has.
Why would you know that someone has?
They are pregnant.
4
pregnant
pregnant.
for him, different women. Now hold your thoughts.
Okay.
Hold your thoughts.
The video is having fun, man.
He's King Solomon.
No, the new Baba of Nigeria, the new.
Nah,
you know,
Chubaba can't even do this one.
Okay, so now
He's going to
he
multiply.
just wants a child.
Wow.
He just wants a child. He recently got married. So I think he's the problem. Because how can you commit to somebody, you took a vow, and then you go out of your way to get 4 other
Let's be
people?
honest. When he was doing
No,
this
yeah.
girl, he never said he wanted a child. He was just enjoying. And these guys are keeping the thing.
No, he needs to be
How would
tied.
you blame the guy?
At one point, I want to believe that most of these ladies,
Yeah.
they know what it is like to be
Yeah.
someone's baby mama. Possibly
Yeah.
someone that has this
Yeah.
amount of money.
Yeah.
So there's a monthly allowance for you being a baby mama. That means for life you are set to.
This is not Davido's fault.
This is for
David is a man. He's being a man.
So
And
you
the girls are keeping the
Yeah,
thing.
so you set the trap on him,
No.
catch him,
You see?
and you're settled for life.
So now Davido is the victim here.
He's not the victim here. He's not
But
the victim here. Don't say that. I am talking
listen,
from a
guys,
man's
listen.
perspective.
Davido is having fun being a man.
He's
That's
not
what men do.
having. Stop saying that.
And these women
Being a man
are
doesn't
keeping the
make
egg.
you. No. Being a man
Punishing
doesn't
the
make you
guy
a whore. No.
for no good reason.
Being a man doesn't make you a whore. He
Multiplying his
fine.
name everywhere.
Yes.
Are you saying this?
No.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm so sad I didn't know this Davido. I'm gonna read about this guy. This guy's a victim. Just look at the victimizing this guy.
Yeah, you.
What are
They are
you guys saying?
victimizing
fair.
this young man. Oh, wait, is he young?
No.
I said young man.
Very young man.
You see, they're ruining his future.
What a pity.
This is what a pity.
What a
Thank
pity.
you.
Making him a father of nations.
Making the
Now
foundation.
the two of you. If you got married to somebody, I'm like, put it because I want to come from you as a man. Now your wife is living with 4 other men, and now she's pregnant for one of them, and you're the husband.
Come on.
How would you feel?
No, that's wrong now.
It's wrong.
Only men can do that. Women are not allowed to do that. Come on now. Wait. Didn't you say we are what do you call Africa? Is this our culture, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Why'd you change? You pick and slice, man.
You should be tied.
No, but
No.
come on. The man is the
They should
boss
tie you
now.
guys. Like, you know.
Personally, don't you agree? It's the man that married the woman. There's the man that paid dowry.
Speechless.
So he's the one to stay
How
there.
much is dowry that will cost a woman her house?
Let's have a vote. Go to Nigeria, have a vote. You see, even the woman
Let's
will
go.
vote.
Let's
Even the
go.
woman will vote with me.
We take a poll.
Even the Nigerian woman will vote. Let's host a poll.
No, this
The
is
man is the
wickedness.
boss of the house. The man can play. It's normal. The woman should stay at home.
Now, just because
He said the man's the head of the family.
now just because you have just because you have a
Yes,
You get you get this advantage of his
Don't say that.
Just
Don't say
happened.
that. See, just
That was an accident.
because you have a dick and you have money,
They are
doesn't make
victims. You see,
doesn't
I
make
didn't call the
man.
word though. She called her. It's not me that said
You
it.
don't do that. You
I
don't do
did
that.
not say it.
Now let me tell you something. Women suffer the most.
I did not say it.
We have to bleed every month. We have to carry pregnancy. We have to give birth. We have to tear.
But that's why you have the man as the head of the family, so the man
And
will
then
protect
you
you.
still get somebody else to do the same thing for you when of the house.
But the man needs to play now. It's a man.
I will play too.
No, you stay at home and clean the house.
If I am Chioma, I will play.
Who's Chioma?
Chioma is the girl he got married to.
Oh, but Chioma knew now.
That's
Chioma knew.
No. That's the one that also lost the
I'm sure he
child.
pays for her car, pays for house, get
She
everything.
knew that he's going to be taken advantage of from time to time.
Even Chioma is not saying anything, right? Has she said anything?
She has not said
Chioma
anything.
knows the deal. Anyway, guys, listen,
Let's
this was
move.
interesting, guys. Guys, if you like what we do here every Friday, we talk about what's trending in Nigeria, and you're welcome to join. You can
Don't forget to follow us on our social media
Don't
platforms
forget
at
to subscribe.
BantuPage.
You can chat. You can tell us what you think we should talk about more. You can gear us left or right, and we'll make sure.
Anybody
this
you
happens
want us
again.
to bash.
Everyone, you can bash anyone you want to bash. It's fine. It's just social casual talk. And if you want to take part of this, you can also write us.
And don't be a
Come on.
Davido,
And
please.
please be Davido.
Don't be a Davido.
Davido's
Don't
the guy.
be a Davido.
Davido's the guy.
Don't be a
Even the girls know. At least
He's the man.
Okay, let's do this. If Davido was broke, that would have been a different thing. But Davido can pay all these girls. So the girls, in fact, 100 girls are lining up. Please come and take my own. Come on, it's a lie. You know that Davido is the man.
How many do you have?
So thank you. We will also Ngozi and Godswill, and thanks for watching. See you again next Friday.
I'm
Thank you.
not here to